Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Capricorn in May 2021. Capricorn, Magician, Justice. Some of you maybe are dealing with or getting in touch with your own personal manifestation, and or you or someone that you're dealing with might be trying to influence your own karma or the karma of somebody else. Karmic interference is coming through here. Or some of you have manifested and are thinking heavily about a divorce. But again, that's just what flipped out here. It's not any part of your main reading, at least I don't think so, not yet. Maybe those cards will come back out. Anyway, Capricorn, how's it going? Wherever you are in the world right now, Capricorn, I hope you're safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Please continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love, okay? Capricorn, no other announcements here in May, so we'll just go ahead and start with the regular introduction. Anything you guys want from me, it is already in the description box below. Timestamp is down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading with me is down there. And if you have any interest in following me on Instagram, I give you a link for that down below as well, okay? This is going to be the start of your reading. We're going to expand on it a little bit later. Also talk about the bottom of the deck as overall energy. But to start, Capricorn, you have Knight of Cups, interesting, Ace of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Okay. Knight of Cups, pardon me, water sign energy. You could be dealing with a water sign, but you don't have to be. I mean, I do get the sense, in some cases, not all, there has been a new kid on the block. And that's interesting. I mean, I'm not a fan of them or anything like that, but maybe he looks like one of those guys from that boy band from the 90s or 80s or whatever, New Kids on the Block, right? But there could be like a new person on the scene, and this person, just their presence, Capricorn, is a little bit of a kerfuffle. It creates a little bit of a disturbance in the force, so to speak, trouble in the water. They could be a troublemaker. Not gonna lie, I'm getting the sense that this is a person with the two fire cards out here, the two wands cards following. I feel like this is a person who is very passionate, almost too passionate. In some cases, almost too passionate. They're making me do math in my head, so Ace of Wands plus Four of Wands is the Five of Wands. This person could be problematic. They could be argumentative. They could be competitive. But there's still some type of lovable. All right. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a friend of yours, a relative of yours that whenever they come around, there's always drama that follows them, is what could possibly be here. In some of your cases, this is a romantic interest. I don't know how far this person will get with you, or this could be you, Capricorn. This could be how someone else perceives you. It can go vice versa here in a general. But I'm a little wearisome because in some cases the sweetness is I don't want to say it's a mask. It's a deflection. It's deflecting from the potential drama that this person brings with them. Either they create it or they always get wrapped up in it. In some cases, they might seek it out. They might not consciously do that, but there are plenty of people on this earth who subconsciously cannot live without drama, cannot live without, stirring the pot or having people be agitated with them. It like makes them feel special, or it makes them feel, alive or some shit like that. On his own, the Knight of Cups is not that way. Again, that's why I feel there's a little bit of like a teddy bear quality in here, or like a softer side to this person. Maybe to everybody else in the world, Capricorn, they could give middle fingers to everybody else in the world, but to you, they're the sweetest guy or the sweetest girl on earth. Something like that. That is not cool. Because if someone puts one or a few people in pride of place and treats them special, treats them with respect, love, affection, but then to everybody else, they're a total a-hole. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? That's somebody who has some type of character defect. I would bet. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I don't have that power. I don't have that authority. I don't have that certification. But that doesn't sound like a person who has a well-rounded personality or well-rounded, well-adapted characteristics. Okay? Not a professional. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So what I'm sensing here is somebody who picks and chooses when to be a good guy / good girl and when to let the bad boy, bad girl out. And I feel the bad boy, bad girl coming out is ramping up. Ace of Wands, maybe for some of you, this is the first time that you're seeing this side of this person. You know, I don't care how long you've known them. Again, this could be a friendship that we're talking about. It could be a family member that we're talking about. Maybe you and them have, gone your separate ways in adulthood. Then you guys reunite or you meet up again now that you're adults and you have your own families and you think this person is well adjusted. No, they're not. You know what I mean? So I feel this person is, this side of them, you've not seen it before. And that's very interesting, this line that's coming through here about like reacquainting yourself with someone that you've known from your past or someone that you knew when you were younger, something like that. It feels like for some of you, it looks like on paper this person has their shit together, Four of Wands. They do have some semblance of stability, something to speak of in their life. They hold down a job. Okay, here you go. This person could be like a functioning, dysfunctional person, right? So they pay their taxes, they show up to work on time, they take their kids to softball practice and do all this other shit, but they're like a raging alcoholic. And I'm not trying to like minimize your experience with them or what they're going through or anything like that. But it's like that. They have something within them that is dysfunctional, but it's kept under wraps, or they smooth it over, bringing you flowers. Oh, I'm so sorry. Could you ever I don't normally behave that way. I don't say things like that. That's not who I really am. Give me a chance to prove myself to you. Because that's also what happens with the Knight of Cups. Sometimes the Knight of Cups can be about apologies, can be attempts to mend fences. And again, it's like smoothing things over, Capricorn. I don't know who this is in your life. Again, some of you are dealing with romantic partners or potential partners. You're dealing with family members, whoever this is, male or female, friend or foe, piece of work. This person is a total piece of work. And I say all this, listen, human beings, each and every one of us on this earth, just about damn near all of us, are complex and full of all kinds of contradictions or things that seemingly shouldn't coexist, but they do coexist. Like I said, for some of you, you're dealing with someone who is a functioning, dysfunctional person, whether that be because of their own choices or just their natural inclinations that they were born with, whatever. I don't know. So I don't want it to seem as though this person is no good to the bone. I don't think that's true, but they have something within them or part of their personality that is almost unchanging. And so if you choose to involve yourself with this person, I don't sense that they have it in them at this moment to want to improve or change or alter anything about themselves, even if they're coming through with apologies. Because if you're hardwired, if you have addictions, if you have impulse control problems, if you have problems with aggression and rage, and you're not actively seeking to change or mediate those things, or mitigate those things, I should say, then what's the apology for? What are these roses for? Why are you showing up saying you're sorry for what you did, but then 2 weeks later from now, you're going to do it again? And it's not to blame the person. It's more, I'm calling into question what they show up and say to you. Does it match what they choose, how they choose to behave going forward? And I would encourage you or anybody who is resonating with this message to hold this person accountable. Knight of Cups is definitely, in a kind of cheesy way, a Don Juan. And what's a Don Juan? Don Juan says all those things that you want to hear as a lover, as a friend, or whatever. It's more than just lovers that this applies to. This is somebody who has the words to say, and they deliver them well, but when the sun comes up in the morning, they're out. They've skipped town. They disappear into the shadows. They throw themselves into their work. Oh, suddenly they can't talk to you because they've got 15 meetings in one day or something like that. And so they make their life busy. Because again, I get the sense, again, this person has a lot going on. Possibly a lot of drama, possibly a lot of, actual things to do, but whatever. They occupy themselves to distract you from holding them accountable. You can't hold me accountable, Cheryl or Tom or whoever the hell you are. No, you can't hold me accountable if I'm busy for the next 2 weeks and I'm out of town on a trip, or I've got to go take care of my kids or do whatever. You see? So that's a tool. Both the person and that methodology. That's a tool. No offense, by the way, in what I just said. But that's how I feel. It's like, this is someone who, they are who they are, and they're going to apologize just to further get what they want. And for whatever reason, they want to be around you, Capricorn. They want to be around your family. They want to be around your friend circle. They want to do whatever with you. It's that indulgent. This person is indulgent. All right. So what else is going on here for Capricorn? Thank you. Show me more about this situation for Capricorn. What are the rest of the messages? Are we taking that? Yeah, they want me to take that. Okay. Kind of just fell out of my hand there. Oh, something flipped. Okay, there we go. Interesting. Come on, there we go. Bottom of the deck, thank you, is the overall energy. So, first card that didn't fall out, but it was in my hand, Judgment. Okay, so some of you've known this person before in this life. I wouldn't say past life for many of you, but it's possible. But you've known this person before. They come around. They someone, it just came through, stalks your page. So somebody here stalks your social media and is watching you that way. And whether you know it or not, that's just kind of how they know when to come back and, hit you with the line of, oh, I've missed you. I miss talking to you. That kind of shit. But judgment, more for your purposes or whoever is resonating with this message, is to make a judgment call on this person. And I think it's a bit of a pickle because you and or them find a lot of fulfillment, a lot of happiness, and a lot of joy, a lot of thrill, if not joy, thrill in this connection. Ooh, I'm not qualified to talk on a lot of what I'm about to say, but somebody here possibly has an addiction to the connection. Another way that we can call that is codependent. Another way that you could think about it is being attracted to and chasing the endorphins, chasing the high, chasing the exhilaration of being in this person's company. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. In some of your cases, this is just a friend who, when they come to town, you drop your plans, you go hang out with them, y'all go on all kinds of adventures, and that's great, but the ramifications or the consequences of what you do with this person, you go on a bender, you spend too much money, maybe you get into a goddamn bar fight, I don't know. There's something here where this person is giving you a thrill of a lifetime. That feeling is here and here and here, all three on the bottom here, as well as the Ace of Wands, not to be ignored. But at what cost, Capricorn? In the short term, it feels good to be with them. You love it. In the long run, constant drama. Always something comes up where they have to go away, or things between you guys turn to crap because they've got, behavioral problems, or they have issues with their temperament, whatever. And all along the way, I feel you put up with it, or you just say, well, that's who they are and I love them anyway. And that's great. God bless. If that's your position on it, I get it. But I'm also feeling residually in this energy that is not what you really feel, or you're trying to convince yourself that that's okay. You know, I said the word codependence. It usually means both parties have something in the situation that they quote unquote need to survive. Gotta be honest, it's basically some of you guys are selling yourselves short. You're not recognizing your value, that you deserve better. You deserve a person who's going to come into your life and maybe not thrill you as much, and not to say that's what you deserve, but maybe they wouldn't thrill you as much. Maybe you wouldn't have all this chaos in your life, but you would have someone who's more dependable. You would have somebody who's more interested in sticking around long term, who isn't going to prioritize themselves. Because this, again, up at the top line there, I feel like it's somebody who they have a lot of success, or they can have success, but they fill their pockets, they fill their boots before anybody else's. Like, I forget who I was listening to. It was either a friend, or I was listening to another reader on YouTube. And it was, I think it was, they were talking about the mark of a good woman, I think they were talking about. And basically, when you go to a function, and how if a woman doesn't look out for her partner or her children first, that's a sign that she's quote unquote a bad woman. I don't believe in that. I think it's quite cliched, and I don't think that's, a hard indicator of a good or bad woman or person, period. But it's like that. It's like somebody who's going to fulfill themselves and then think about other people. And it's very subconscious. It's not like they're doing it to say, well, I don't care about you, so I'm gonna make myself a plate. I'm gonna fill up my own gas tank. I'm gonna pay my, It's not that they're consciously doing it. It's like that's their this is just how they operate, and that's someone like that is in the storyline here. They can put themselves on the back burner for a moment. What? Thank you. They're like, Jay, you're talking about a narcissist. I'm like, oh yeah, I am. And again, I'm not a therapist. Cannot diagnose. Am not diagnosing. But that is one of the telltale signs of a narcissist. They will often, for a moment, put themselves to the side, prioritize you, lift you up, make you seem like you're, cut from, the finest cloth in the world, or like you're made of solid gold for like a day or two, maybe a week. And then eventually they give up the ruse and begin to prioritize themselves again. Okay? Now, Judgment, Wheel, 9 of Cups. This person, I feel, at some point, and possibly still at this very moment, gives you a lot of fulfillment. But with the Wheel here and the Judgment, you have to make a certain judgment call here. You don't have to. Wheel of Fortune is opportunity to do it. Ace of Wands, opportunity to do it. Judgment call. You can do it or not do it. Nothing here is forcing your hand. But I do get this imperative, like you've seen this before. This is not the first time that this person has said these things to you, that they've approached you in this manner. This isn't the first time you've gotten in trouble alongside them. This isn't the first time that you've fallen for their apology, whatever. So I think it's a matter of your tolerance level. And again, your value. The value you have for yourself and those that you know and love around you, the peace of mind and the solace that you have in your life, if you have any at all to speak of. Do you want that? If you're willing to sacrifice those things and more, continue to be with this person. You may do so. I have no dog in your fight. But if you're kind of like becoming frustrated, angry, saddened, depressed when you interact with this person, or shortly after reuniting with this person, you're reminded of all the things of why you guys stopped talking or why you stopped hanging out. It's kind of like, okay, do you value something else now? Or have your values or priorities changed in some type of way? If so, then if their behavior is not going to change, Capricorn, which I told you it's most likely not. This is not a person who seeks change, right? Then it's up to you to choose to change. Overall energy, okay, that makes sense. There we go. Overall energy, 9 of Swords. So it's likely you, and by the way, this could have been flipped the whole time. If you're a cross watcher and Capricorn's acting like this, then this is you. But 9 of Swords. So she should be laying down on that pillow having a restful night of sleep. But she's not. She's up crying and she's fussing and she's tormented by whatever is percolating around in her brain, in her mind. Yeah? And I'm only saying her because there's a woman on the card. You could be a male and experience this at the hands of a female or another man. It doesn't matter. So that's where this was coming from, because I was saying that earlier. I was like, you have a lot of positive cards here. Like, I wouldn't have crafted this story without the empathic, part of my ability. On its face, that whole top line is a good thing. But as I was connecting to your energy for this reading, and we had those 2 cards pop out in the beginning, right? The Magician, Magician, and okay, let me go back to that. If you weren't here before the timestamp, I was shuffling the cards, and the Magician and the Justice card came out. By the way, Magician, secondary major for Gemini and Virgo, and then Justice, major kind of for Libra. Could be dealing with those signs, you don't have to be. Manipulation is possible with the Magician. Justice of I said that. Someone's like trying to manipulate karma. So, okay. So that explains why, again, on its face, these are great. Actually, this whole reading on its face is good. But there's something underfoot here, in the background, in the peripheral, unseen, that is not above board. It emanates from a person. Friend, family, lover, I don't care who. And they introduce drama in your life, which leads to you feeling anxious, unsettled, depressed, angry, frustrated, whatever. Make good choices, Capricorn. I don't see or feel any... I don't see it happening soon that things change in the situation. But if this reading is your wake-up call, not saying that it should be, if it is, I salute you, okay? Capricorn, that's your reading for May. If this reading resonated with you, if you found something here that spoke to you, please leave a like. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know how it resonated. I'd love to read your comments. And if you have not subscribed to the channel before, please consider doing so now. Capricorn, if you want to get at me for a personal reading, you can find out how to do so by looking in the description box below, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.